Welcome back to high school boys basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton and Luke Johnson high atop the Tuscola High School gym as the Warriors have a senior night, a big senior night going on here against Unity Rockets. They lead 57-45 going into the fourth quarter. And Luke, big scoring outpoint in that third quarter. The Warriors had 30 points in the third. Unity, no slouch themselves, had 24. A steal and then a takedown almost. Get 2 points for a takedown, but it's going to be a foul against Justin Daters for the Rockets.
The personal foul is on number 10, Justin Daters.
And as good as the game Tuscola's having, Unity's been right there. I mean, Unity's had some great runs. They played some great defense, but Tuscola just has an answer every single time. It's either a three or a wide open layup. You got freshman Nick Bates made a layup there to break the run that Unity had earlier in the third quarter. And it's got to be frustrating for Unity because they're playing so hard. They're getting close, and then all of a sudden Tuscola just breaks it open again.
Floor burns all around tonight as we've got guys diving for every pass, trying to take it away, trying to steal whatever they can on every possession. And like you said, it's got to be frustrating for Unity, but they get a turnover there with a chance to cut into this 12-point lead, but Negengard loses it. Warriors get it ahead. Here comes another left-handed layup, and it goes down for Nick Bates. Warrior guards have been pesky on defense tonight, and it's really keyed their offense, and they have a 14-point lead. Unity trying to find any space, gets in the lane, shot goes up, no good. We're going to get a foul against the Warriors. Austin Dillevue is going to go to the free throw line. Dan Yoakum's going to be called for the foul for the Warriors. His third, team's eighth. Going to be 2 shots coming up for Dillevue as he was in the act of shooting on that one. Try and cut into this 14-point Warrior lead while the clock is stopped. He makes the first one. 7 points tonight for Dillevue. Second shot goes up. Band goes down. Warriors playing playing nothing like a 5-17 team that's only won 2 conference games. They're a real inspired effort. Nice job to break the press there. Hake's going to drive down the lane. He dishes it off. Kaufman not quite ready for it. Lost his concentration, gets it back along the baseline. Finds Hake, almost three-pointer put up. And if that was going to go down, that would tell you what kind of night it was for Christian Wood. Instead, shot goes offline. Dan Yoakum going to go over the back on trying to get that rebound. Matt Frakes does not agree with that call, having a discussion with the officials. That's 4 fouls on Dan Yoakum. Unity in the bonus here. They'll be shooting a 1-and-1 here. Matt Frank still carrying on that discussion with the official about the positioning that was involved on that play.
I'm gonna have to agree with Matt Franks on that play. I don't think the defender had made contact with Dan Yoakum coming in to go after a loose ball on the rebound. I think Dan Yoakum was in the air before he was even touched.
Derek Hooker gets his first point of the night at the free throw line, the senior center for the Unity Rockets. He's got 1 and cuts the lead down to 11. It's 59-48, 7:06 remaining in the game. Second one good. 10-point Warrior lead. Hooker's going to take a seat. Dillevue's going to come back in. Unity sets up that full court press yet again. See if the Warriors have as much luck as they did last time. Hake was able to run there because it was a made basket on that free throw. Bates gets it across court. He's going to get trapped, picks it up. It's tipped, knocked away. Unity takes it. Justin Daters has it. And he's going to step on the inline there, or the baseline, or sideline, excuse me. I'll get it right one of these times. Right in front of the scorer's table. The Warriors going to get it right back. Tenacious defense by both squads tonight. Little bump there almost on Eric Christ as he got it right by half court. Drive, Bates is going to go to the basket. He found a spot, found a little seam he could exploit. Goes to the lane, takes the contact, just throws it up at the rim. He's going to go to the line for 2.
And Unity's going to make it tough by using that full court pressure. Tuscola hasn't really broken it real well tonight. They've gotten some good looks out of it when they did break it, but it's been a problem for Tuscola.
5 points for Nick Bates, 4 fouls for Unity's Mitch Negengard. Second free throw up, and it's good. As we've said, Warriors have an answer for everything Unity does. They've pushed it back up to 12 with 6:45 remaining in the contest. Almost a steal there by Kaufman. He backs off just a little bit so as not to draw the foul. Driving the lane and drawing the foul. Zach Thorson's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to draw a foul on Eric Christ.
The personal foul is on number 15, Eric Christ, his first, team number 10.
Chris first, team's number 10.
At the Rockets free throw line, number 11, Zach Thorson.
Thorson 0 for 3 so far, according to our calculations, from the free throw line.
That's another thing that's hurt Unity was the free throw line. They've had some guys step up and make it, but they've missed a few, which could be points that keep them closer in this game.
And this is a game where anything, any point you can get. Bates falls down, going to be called for a travel. Several fans in black and gold pointing out that maybe he had some help going to the ground, but the referee not hearing it. And we're going to get turnover against the Warriors. Unity's going to have the ball now. 61-50. Warriors lead, 6:37 remaining in the game. Warriors going to turn up the defense now like their counterparts have done to them. Tipped around, knocked away. Christ almost took it, shot put up, and no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Dillevue. He had it, lost it, kicks it back out top. Neckengard going to drive. Cuts through the defense. His layup is no good. We're going to foul against the Rockets on that rebound. That's 3. That's number 3, I think he gave there. Oh, Neckengard's got 5. If I can... Yep, Neckengard is done for the evening. Senior guard Mitch Neckengard has fouled out.
Number 3, Mitch Neckengard. That's his
11 points.
That's number 8 on the Rockets.
He's going to head to the bench. Number 8 here in the second half. Going to send Eli Kaufman to the charity strike. Bill Ibsen pleading his case. We've seen both coaches kind of working the officials here late down the stretch, trying to keep their guys involved. Dan Yoakum, who got the foul a little bit ago, got his 4th. Matt Frank's pleading his case, and now Mitch Neckengard, after he gets his 5th, Bill Ibsen pleading his case. Shot up and good. First point of the night for Kaufman, but he's done a lot of things on the defensive end and on the rebounding side to really help out the Warriors. His second shot is no good. Fight for the rebound, though. Rockets take it away. Dillevue is able to keep Christ at bay long enough. Gets it ahead, drive to the basket to Zach Thorson. He puts it in. Thorson has 5. Look out, Mr. Hake, they're coming after you. And now I'm going to get an over in the back call. Over and back, not over the back. 2 different things there.
And Hake needs to give it up to a guard in that play. And,
he's done a decent job a couple times tonight, but yeah, that's a spot where you really need a guard handling that with the double teams and people coming from all areas as Unity tries to cut into this 10-point Warrior lead.
He's been really effective when he dives through the middle as a slasher to get the ball and start the fast break.
6 minutes left to go in the game. 10-point Warrior lead. Unity making a charge here. They're going to have to do it without Mitch Neckengard, who's on the bench. Nice little floater there for Matt Riestack. Timeout called by Unity.
And I'm going to go back to what you said about Eli Kaufman. He's been one of those hidden gems where he's been playing solid defense. He's been getting really good rebounds. He had that really nice pass to start the fast break after a tough rebound. He's just been all over the floor tonight.
Lead has been cut to 8. Tuscola leads 62-54, 5:51 remaining in the game. Oak Hall Valley Conference action here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton, Luke Johnson. And, we said early on in the game, they were really letting things go. And I think we've kind of, as we talked probably off air about, there's a chance that's going to come back and they're going to have to start getting things under control. And, as this game went on and as Tuscola stretched their lead more and more, it's really become a physical contest. And we've seen that as both teams have made multiple trips here to the free throw line in the second half.
I think the referees have still been consistent. I think that the physical play has picked up from the first half, and it's starting to get chippy and a little bit more emotional. Unity's probably going to come out with the full court press. And Unity is still dangerous, especially with Colby Mumm coming off the bench, and then Matt Riestack right now is having a good second half.
This is the intensity and effort and play we're used to seeing in these Tuscola Unity games. That such a tight rivalry for so long, whether it was in the old Big Okaw or as a non-conference rivalry. Touchdown pass there by the Warriors is not going to go their way. They almost had a chance to save it and take things over, but it turns in to a layup for Matt Riestad. It's down to 6. Warriors going right back down, and it goes down. Dustin Hake does a nice job there, doesn't lose it, picks it back up and puts it down. And I think we have another technical maybe, or a foul. Are we clarifying the foul call? I think we got both.
The personal foul was on number 5, Matt Riestad, his second.
Riestad picks up a personal foul and a technical foul.
Also on number 5, that counts as a personal, that's his third.
So he picks up his second and third fouls in short order. And Luke, I mean, Unity had it down to 6, and Tuscola
will count first.
we get some explanation of what's going on from Tuscola PA announcer Richard Kidwell. And we're going to see Dustin Hake at the free throw line. He's getting one shot for his layup that went down. So this is the foul, the personal foul on the play. And he makes that one.
Now comes the 2 technical fouls, and then the Warriors will get the
Now come the 2 technical fouls. Hake's going to shoot those as well, it looks like.
And, you know, it's Tuscola again coming back with an answer to what Unity brings. And it's not good timing by Matt Riestad to get a technical foul along with a personal foul. So that could hurt Unity right here.
Hake started out slow from the field with his long shots, but was able to pick it up here in the second half by going to the basket. And has done a nice job keeping Unity, getting them back into this game. Hake makes the second half of the technical free throws, and now Tuscola will inbound close to their student section. 66-56, 10-point Warrior lead, 5:40 remaining in this ball game. Nick Bates with it, gives it off to Josh Knight into the game. Eli Kaufman with it now, hounded by Justin Daters. He gets it off to Chris, back to Bates. Dive at the ball for Justin Daters. Rockets take it away, and layup no good, and rebounded. Offensive rebound for the Rockets. They're going to get another chance here. Another shot short, and then another rebound. Shot put up, and we get a foul. It's going to be on the floor, but Unity is in the bonus. I believe that's going to go against Eric Christ, his second.
Eric Christ, that's his second.
Going to the free throw line for 2 shots is Austin Dillevue. A little long with the first one.
And Tuscola may need to watch their fouls a little bit here at the end. Try not to foul so much because Unity wants the clock to be stopped.
Yeah.
They're down that far. They want these free throws. If they can make them, they need these free throws.
Dillevue's 2 for 3 from the line. He is now 3 for 4. Dillevue cuts the Warriors lead to 9. Looks like Unity is going to go into kind of an offensive-defensive situation here. And let's see if Hake can get it inbounds. He's going to call timeout. Oh, no, he didn't get it. They didn't give him the call. Matt Franks was calling for a full timeout there. I thought he'd gotten it, but instead they're going to call 5 seconds against the Warriors on that inbound. It's turnover Tuscola. Hake waited just a little too long to pull the trigger on that timeout call. Unity is almost the same thing there, but they are able to get it in to Cody Ennis. Zach Thorson has it, drives up, lays one up and good. See if the Warriors can break it. They get it ahead that time to Josh Knight. He's going to pull it back out a little bit and give it to Christ. And now Matt Franks is going to get his full timeout and figure out what rotation he wants, who he wants to work in there and set things up for the last 5 minutes of this game. Unity has cut the Warrior lead to 7.
I think he's subbing out Christian Wood on defense because of foul trouble, I believe. And then he's putting him back in on offense because he's one of the main scorers tonight for Tuscola. He's had a great game.
Yeah, it's going to take a while tonight for me to tally up the points for Christian Wood and Dustin Hake. Kind of got the running total going on here. Same as well for Matt Riestad for Unity. He's had a big night, but frustration got the better of him after he committed a foul and picked up a technical just a few minutes ago Warriors built that lead back up to double digits, but between some turnovers and some free throws and a layup going down, Unity's cut the lead to 66-59 for Tuscola. Warriors 5-17, 2-7 in the Okaw Valley Conference. Unity 10-14 overall, 4-5 in conference play. These guys met just a couple weeks ago up in Tolono at Unity High School, and 65-62 the Rockets prevailed. Warriors trying to split the season series here. It's going to be inbounded by Eli Kaufman. And we see Christian Wood kind of break back into the other end of the floor to get that pass. He's got it now. He's tightly guarded by Thorson. Knocked away. Thorson coming up behind Wood. Kind of kicked it away that time. Kaufman got it and was kind of given a tumble there. And Wood's going to break it ahead, and he's going to drive and get clobbered. Christian Wood realizes, hey, might as well just try and get some more points here, because they're giving me all I've got out here trying to take this ball away from me.
The personal foul is on number 12, Derek Hooker, his third.
Foul goes against Derek Hooker for Unity, his third. Wood doesn't knock down the first, so that's his first free throw miss of the night. He is 3 of 4 from the line.
And Tuscola really needs to make their free throws here with the clock stopped, because that's what Unity wants, is the clock to be stopped.
Tuscola, judging by looking at my score sheet, they've done a fairly good job from the line tonight. And that time, though, 2 big ones roll off. Warriors unable to stretch that lead back up. Unity's going to move it down quickly. They kick it back over to Justin Daters. Kaufman does a nice job knocking it away. Won't let him feed the post to Dillavu. He can't track it down, though. And Unity's going to inbounds in the corner.
There he is again.
That's exactly what we've talked about, making us look good by, kind of trumpet his name up a little bit. Josh Knight back into the game, and Wood is going to take a seat.
Colby Mum came in for Unity, so Tuscola's got to recognize that he's the shooter.
And that's exactly who they kick it right back out to. Hooker's going to drive again, gets it knocked away. Who's going to come up with it? He gets it right back. Banks one in, and it's good, and a foul. Derek Hooker using the bank and getting it to go.
The personal foul is on number 31, Dustin Haig.
Derek Hooker has 4 with a chance to make it 5. Foul against Dustin Haig, his third. 66-61. Missed free throw, and Hake is able to pull it away. He's getting a body put on him by Justin Daters. They give it off to Nick Bates, who brings it down. He's going to drive and does a nice little move, but possibly could have waited on that one as the Rockets get a breakaway here. Cody Mum lays it up and good. Tuscola's lead has been cut down to 3. 4:06 remaining in the game, 66-63. Tuscola leads. Matt Franks calls a timeout.
And here you want to tell them, let's get back into it, get back to what we, gained our lead on, move the ball around, find the open guys, get to the basket, play hard, solid defense. They haven't been playing defense the last couple of trips. They've had some wide open layups. Nobody's jumping in front of the ball as it's being driven down the lane. Their intensity on defense has just kind of gone out the door as the game clock winds down.
You wonder if they gave so much in the early going to build up that lead that they just, you got to wonder if these guys are running out of gas.
That too, and it's getting more and more chippy, so the more physical punishment you take, the more tired you are by the end of the game.
Both squads definitely going to feel this one tomorrow morning at school. They're going to be kind of hobbling down the hallway, I think. Maybe have to find somebody to carry their bag for them.
Props to Unity. Unity has fought back. They were down, I think, 12 at one point. They have fought back the whole entire way. They're playing aggressive defense. They're driving to the basket. They're not settling for threes. They're playing smart basketball right now to get back into this ball game.
And they've done a lot of it with senior guard Mitch Negengard on the bench. He's fouled out with 11 points. Kaufman to get it in, and he finds Hake, but he's got 2 guys back there. Does he throw it out of bounds? Hake tries to save it, ends up in the student section, but it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Tuscola.
And those just aren't smart passes, throwing a deep touchdown pass the last time and then throwing that one. Just get it in and run the clock, get to your offense.
Those things that were working in the early going, not working now, and they've kind of gotten away from kind of that patience they showed early on. Unity kind of throws one around there. Cody Ennis gets it. He puts up a shot, no good, but a rebound. Oh, what do we get? Is that after the basket? What do we have? Zach Thorson got it to go down. Counts, and then said, okay, he's gonna get a shot here. Christian Wood, his second foul. We are one free throw away from a tie game. We have a tie game. And now we have a foul against Unity. Is that, or are we just saying? The referee pointed down the other way and kind of blew the whistle to stop things, but never went over the scorer's table. I don't know if the ball just got away after the, oh, he wiped it off. That free throw has not gone up on the scoreboard yet.
Lane violation.
Lane violation. So Tuscola still has a 1-point lead, and we get a foul on the inbounds. Things are definitely shaking out a little differently than they have for a while now. Zach Thorson for Unity, number 11, called for the foul. Nick Bates gonna go to the line, shooting 2 shots because they're in the double bonus. Bates 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight. 3 for 3. So we had a lane violation wipe off that free throw. Point never went up on the scoreboard. I was a little confused by the motions the ref was making to the bench, or the scorer's table, but that's what it was. And Bates has stretched Tuscola's lead back to 3, 68-65, 3:47 left to go. And so much of this fourth quarter has been at the free throw line.
Yeah, and it's going to continue that way. Both coaches are making chess-like substitutions, trying to put matchups in there. They got to watch foul trouble for their main guys.
I think the fourth quarter has taken longer to play than the first 3 quarters combined, it seems like. Matt Riestad with it now. He's going to find a spot drive through the lane, dishes it off to a wide open number 23, Austin Dillevue, who almost lost the handle of it. He didn't realize he was that open. Got it back, collects himself. And Eric Christ is going to go to the free throw line because he was being tightly guarded. Hake puts up a basket, but it's well after the whistle.
The personal foul is on number 25.
25. Colby Mumm picks up his first.
Warrior free throw line, number 15.
Eric Christ going to go to the free throw line, shooting the double bonus. 1-point Warrior lead is now a 2-point Warrior lead. Eric Christ 3 for 3 from the line tonight, and he's got 6. 69-67 Warriors. Second one goes down as well. Christ perfect from the line tonight, 70-67 is the Warrior advantage.
Eric Christ has been another one of those guys like Eli Kaufman. He's played a lot of good defense. He's done some work on the boards, but he's mainly shut down some of the guards for Unity.
Unity really taking advantage there, getting things in bounds, getting some of those look Tuscola got earlier on. And basket by Daters. 70-69, 3 minutes left to go. Warrior lead by 1. Bates has it. He's going to drive, kicks it back out though. Kaufman with it. Hake now thinks about driving, guarded tightly by Dillevue. Warriors going to spend some time. Bates maybe got away with the travel. Fights through the line. Nice job by Nick Bates to keep the handle on that one and put his team back up 3. But here comes Unity, wasting no time. Shot put up, no good. But right there with nobody around him was Austin Dillevue. 72-71, 2:34 left to go. Unity's dialed back the full court pressure just a little bit. Christian Wood now out top, guarded tightly by Thorson. Hake's going to drive. He cuts through, jumps in. Called for a travel wipe off the basket. An unpopular call here in Tuscola. Dustin Hake gets the basket, but it's ruled he traveled.
His hop step was off of, he did a 1-2 step instead of just landing on 2 feet.
72-71, Unity with a chance to take the lead. 2:15 remaining in this game. Little bump there, he's able to get away with it. Christian Wood goes to the basket for a layup, and it's good. Christian Wood adds to his total tonight. Big night for the senior, puts the team back up 3. Unity, layup after layup here in the... Well, we've got the ball just kind of resting there. We're going to get basket interference called against Unity. The ball has just come to rest there, and it's not like it's stuck. You know, it's not like it was stuck when it's normally called a jump ball. I mean, I think that's what the call eventually would have been. But the Unity player just, if it's going to sit there, he's going to try and knock it back in.
The ball was still spinning on the rim when he jumped up and hit the rim, grabbed the net. The ball stopped after that. Once it stops, I think then you can call it the jump ball. And
so if it's still spinning there, you just gotta wait. You got a little too impatient. It's like, if everybody's gonna watch this, I'm gonna try and knock it down. So and the possession arrow does point in Tuscola's favor. So, oh no, turnover there by the Warriors. A little miscommunication. Nice job by Dustin Hake though to save things, and those quick hands again knock it out of bounds.
He took a good shot there as he was trying to cut for the ball. Couple of no calls here going either way for both teams.
We are definitely here in the late going, seeing some gridiron moves. 1:55 left to go. Warriors up by 3. Rockets trying to cut into that. And they're going to kick it back out. This is the longest shot we've seen from them in a while. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Warrior ball. Matt Riestad does not agree with that decision. I kind of tend to agree with the referee here that it would be Warrior ball. It looked like in the fight for that, in fight for position there, Unity kind of slapped it out of bounds. Tuscola's going to have it, and they won't be able to run the baseline as Dan Yoakum inbounds it here.
They got to be strong with the basketball here.
Bates to Yoakum. Throws it ahead, another one of those long passes. Christian Wood gets it and throws it across court. Silly passes by the Warriors here with 1:30 left to go in this game with a 3-point lead. The Warriors were so composed and together early on, and now they're making some long, silly passes here late that hopefully won't come back to bite them. 3-pointer put up, and it's going to go down, and we are tied. Unity has made their living here in the fourth quarter in the post. But this time, Matt Riestad throws one up from long range, gets it to go down 74, all minute 17 left to go.
Wow, this is a close game. This is a good game. Unity's been battling. Tuscola had control to begin with, and now the momentum has shifted. It's any man's game. Any team can take this one home from here on out.
Tuscola had a double-digit lead they've let slip away, and if you're in these huddles right now, if you're Matt Franks, what do you kind of do here? Do you set up? I mean, you've got 1:17. You've got no shot clock. Cut out the long touchdown passes, obviously, because those have been intercepted the last several times. But what would you look to do if you were a Warrior coach here?
You've got to take care of the ball. If you get an open lane to the basket, if you get an open shot, you can take those because there's still 1:17 left to go. But you have to take care of the ball. They cannot turn the ball over carelessly like they have been for the last couple minutes.
You have to at least get a look here if you're the Warriors. Would you try and use time? Would you try and keep it away from Unity for as long as possible?
You're gambling if you're going to try and do a whole 1:17 to keep it away from such an aggressive defense. You're playing the odds here by doing that. I would say do what you've been doing. Be strong with the ball, and if you get a layup, that's what you get. If you have an open jumper, take the open jumper, crash the boards, but you have to get back on defense. You can't give Unity anything.
Tuscola has a little trouble, and it's stolen. The inbounds is stolen. Instead of taking a timeout, tried to force it in. And now it's inside with Riestad. He puts up a shot. He's got called for 3 seconds in the lane against the Rockets.
I thought he traveled.
I did too. I thought you could have gotten him with that, but instead we're going to get the 3-second call. And now this time, Dustin Hake with a little more size is going to try and inbound it, but this time he cannot run the baseline. Bates has it, gets it ahead to Hake. We've seen Hake take off a few times. He's going to come back though and give it off to Bates. It's going to rest in the hands of Dan Yoakum. Over to Christian Wood, who's had a huge night tonight. Eli Kaufman out top. Over to Yoakum. Warriors looking for that perfect look like they were getting early on. We're under 50 seconds. Bates has it. He's going to drive, cuts through, going to draw a foul. Nick Bates does what he's done quite a few times tonight and finds an opening and throws up a shot. It doesn't really come close. That doesn't matter, though, because foul is going to go against Riestad, his 4th. Unity faithful does not care for that decision.
I'm going to have to side with the Unity faithful on that one. I think Nick Bates was a little out of control going to the lane. Sure, there was a little body contact, but that kind of body contact has been allowed throughout this whole entire game. And it's late in the game. You got to earn the points. and not be given free throws.
I think your Tuscola diploma could be taken away for saying you're going to side with the Unity faithful.
I better be careful. I live here in town.
Bates does his job, makes those free throws. 76-74, 40 seconds to go. We'll see what Unity does. Do they go back to the lane? Nice job by Hake there to knock it away. He was telling Eric Chris, don't get it, don't go get it, don't go get it. That touched his hand again. But Unity will keep it in the inbound right in front of their bench.
And that's what Tuscola needs right now, is that aggressive defense. They don't want to be they don't want silly fouls. They want to be smart, be aggressive, and just use that intensity.
No open threes either. Gonna drive to the basket. It looked like he put it on his hip there for a second. Box out, no good. Warriors get it back after a missed shot. I thought we could have had a travel. I thought we could have had a couple different things there. And we are gonna get a foul against Unity. We're going to get a foul before the timeout. I think Franks might have been trying to call a timeout, but instead it's Nick Bates going to go back to the free throw line, where he is 6 for 6 tonight. Foul going to go against Colby Mumm, his second. Both teams well into the double bonus by now, so any foul going to give you 2 shots at the free throw line. 2-point Warrior lead, just 1/10 of a second under 20 seconds here, 19.9 on the clock. Makes it. 7 for 7 from the line for freshman guard Nick Bates, coming up big late on senior night. He makes that one. He is 8 for 8 tonight. Big time players make big time plays. That's what we've seen out of Nick Bates. You know, we kind of questioned the trip he got to the free throw line a minute ago. Picks up a big rebound on the defensive side down here, holds on to the ball, gets thumped as Rockets try and get it back there. He goes, calmly knocks him down, and just a big night for Nick so far.
Freshman guard with all that pressure, you'd think, it might get to him, but no, he's perfect from the line. He knocks him down without any problem.
Should it be 78-74 right now?
I believe so, because it was a 2-point lead when he went to the free throw line.
There we go. The points go up as we start to hear some discussion about that. I know we did have the one wiped off earlier that Unity had a made free throw wiped away for a lane violation when they had a chance to tie it for the first time in a long time. But Bates, Unity got it back to 74-74, but with Nick Bates has made 4 straight free throws. Warriors have a 4-point lead with 20 seconds left. What does Matt Franks tell his defense?
The same thing. Be aggressive, but don't foul. Especially a jump shooter. Unity's probably going to try and get off a 3 here, maybe a quick 2, but you don't want to foul a jump shooter. You want to contest, hand up in the air, get close to him, but don't touch him.
Matt Riestad, Colby Mumm could be 3-point options for Unity, but you could also see a chance where maybe they get a quick 2 because they've gotten to the lane quite a few times in a row. As we say that, we get a basket and a foul. Zach Thorson goes right to the hoop and draws an unnecessary foul against the Warriors, and he makes the basket. We've praised Eli Kaufman all night for his intangibles and things like that he's added. Doesn't pick up the world's greatest foul there. His 4th gives Unity a chance to get within 1. And they do. Free throw good for Zach Thorson. 78-77. Rockets sub in Derek Hooker for the man that just made the free throw, or actually for Colby Mumm. And running the baseline is Hake. He gets it knocked away. Unity takes it right back. And we get a foul called on Bates. Nice job by Matt Riestad to get him up in the air. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Tuscola has had so many problems tonight getting the ball inbounds underneath the basket on the baseline. Nick Bates, a lot of free throws tonight, but he picks up his 4th foul at a bad time. 78-77. Riestad has a chance to give his team the lead. And he's tied it. 78 all, 11.4 seconds left. Another Tuscola Unity Classic going on here tonight. Makes the second one. Unity has their first lead. First lead in quite a while, 79-78. We'll see what Matt Franks draws up here in this timeout, 30-second timeout for the Warriors.
Well, first of all, you have to get the ball inbounds without Unity tipping it or stealing it. That would be the main goal at the beginning. But after that, it's all about taking care of the ball. Every time that Tuscola has taken care of the ball and controlled it up top, they've gotten an easy bucket, gotten to the free throw line, gotten an open three. They got to control it because it'll take them a good amount of time to break Unity's pressure. As soon as they get across half court, they need to run through their offense, run to the guy they want to take the last shot, and go through him.
Christian Wood been big from deep tonight. Dustin Haig's got a ton of points. Nick Bates has been big down the stretch, getting to the free throw line. Those few of the options for Matt Franks. We've had so much trouble, have the Warriors tonight, getting that ball in bounds. Hake had the issue last time. He's down at the top of the key, and Kaufman's going to inbound it. Nobody around, so they didn't pressure at that time. Bates has it now. We're under 10 seconds. Let's see what happens here. 79-78. Bates cuts through the lane, puts it up, short arms it, no good. We're going to get a foul called against the Warriors. Bates tried to draw the contact, unable to do so, and Unity is going to go to the free throw line. And Tuscola might have another chance, but time is running out.
He was overruled. They called it a jump ball, but it's Unity's possession.
Jump ball, it's going to be Unity's possession. Had some things a little weird tonight, little differences here and there that we just, kind of taking a second to get figured out. But
it's still Unity's ball. All they have to do is inbound it, and they're going to get fouled. It's gonna end up being the same thing. All they have to do is get it in bounds.
It's actually going to work out that they can take a little bit more time off the clock if you really think about it. We'll see how they're able to do that. See if they come to have any of the issues Tuscola's had tonight. There's a handoff and almost a steal, and instead it is the foul. 2.5 seconds remain. Unity up 1, and they're going to send Matt Riestad to the free throw line. Instead of trying to throw it in like Tuscola has, they just kind of did a handoff there.
Mm-hmm.
Shaping up to be a heartbreaker here tonight for the Warriors. 2 shots coming up for Riestad. Unity has pulled all their people off the line. First one is no good. Riestad made free throws to get his team the lead. He misses one there. Tuscola going to put in Dan Yoakum and Eli Kaufman for this final little thing. Now, do you tell him to miss here on purpose so Tuscola has to waste more time?
You might, but with Hake's got a pretty strong arm. Bates has been doing pretty good the second half. I'd almost just make it.
Which he does. Christian Wood kind of set up deep, hopefully trying to get it. Looks like they're going to get it into Yoakum. He dribbles to half court. He's going to drive, kicks it off, tried to pass the head. Time ran out. Thought he was going to take the shot. He doesn't, tries to find Eli Kaufman, and Unity pulls off a come-from-behind win here in Tuscola. The Unity Rockets going to improve to 11-14 and 5-5. They're back to 500 in the Okaw Valley Conference. Heartbreaker for the Warriors as they drop to 5-18 and 2-8.
And as much as we praised Tuscola tonight and gave them a lot of credit, we still got to give Unity the credit for battling. They were down 12 points. One of their main guys fouled out. Mitch Nanagard fouled out. He was a big-time defender, rebounder for him, and they still picked it up. They still played with intensity. They battled the whole entire time, playing tough defense, gritty defense, coming up with big shots, made some key free throws late, which they didn't do early on, and Tuscola just kind of fell off a little bit here and there with their defensive intensity, kind of slacked off a little bit, and it allowed Unity to get back into the ball game and come away with a 2-point win.
And we said multiple times tonight, I know I said it numerous times, Tuscola answered every run Unity had. They couldn't do it there at the end. They let that one get away. And down the stretch, Unity had too many easy looks there in the lane.
I mean, battling back like that, Unity putting all that pressure on you, and you've had an answer for it every time. And it's down to the last part of the game. It's the one time you don't come up with an answer to what Unity is doing. And it's a tough loss. Both teams played hard. There's a large score for a high school basketball game, 80-78, lots of points scored, lots of shots made. And I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's been everything that it's been made up to be in the past.
And, you know, it's just one of those things. The Warriors, they kind of reverted back to the old tactics that we'd seen earlier in the year where they just, you know, just didn't value the possessions enough. But, you know, also you can say that, but give credit to Unity because they, you know, once they put on that full court press, it really took Tuscola out of their game. Some of those Hail Mary passes that they were able to hit in the first half, they couldn't hook up on in the second half. And just something as simple as getting the ball inbounds proved to be extremely hard for the Warriors.
It was just like when the Warriors put on the 1-3-1 zone to start the game. Unity was confused by it. They missed a lot of easy open threes, which they've probably been known for making. And in the end, they switched it around and they put it back on Tuscola with the full court pressure. And Tuscola just had trouble inbounding the ball the whole night long.
And early on, we talked so much about the effort by the Tuscola seniors, and it seemed like Unity was really able to kind of take those guys out of the game because down the stretch, it was Nick Bates we were talking about instead of Christian Wood or Dustin Hake.
And I mean, those guys carried you. I mean, they were your offense through the first half. At some point, you got to give them a breather. And, you know, when guys go and sit on the bench, they may lose some of that fire while they're sitting on the bench. And then the freshmen came up big for Tuscola there down the stretch. It just wasn't quite enough to push them over the edge.
The Unity Rockets win this very physical, very hotly contested contest, 80-78. Here are your total scores. Matt Riestad, 24 to lead the Unity Rockets. Austin Dillevue with 13. Some big layups down the stretch for him. Zach Thorson as well come up big with 12. Mitch Negengard fouled out early in the fourth quarter with 11. And Colby Mumm and Justin Daters had 8. And Derek Hooker had 4. That was the 80 points for Unity. Now Tuscola's 78 leading scorers tonight. Christian Wood and Dustin Hake tied with 23. You know, Warriors wouldn't have been in the game if it weren't for those two, but I think they just kind of ran out of gas late. Nick Bates took over, did some great things with the free throw line for the Warriors. He had 14. Dan Yoakum with 8. Eric Christ with 7. Jerome Shabru with 2. And Eli Kaufman with 1. So your final tonight. Unity Rockets steal one from the Warriors on senior night, 80-78. Thank you for watching high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com.